Today I fucked up by taking a bath at my ex-husband's house. This happened last night, but the scars will last a while. My ex-husband and I are close friends. He's out of town, so he asked me to house sit and take care of his dogs. I got here yesterday, got some work done on my latest project, and decided to end the day with a nice relaxing soak in the whirlpool tub. I wiped the tub down, filled it with piping hot water, added salts and a few drops of essential oils. I lit candles and poured a glass of champagne. It was boat a day I fucked up. Lowered myself into the tub slowly, sank down, and sighed in happiness. Then I turned on the jets to kick everything off. I leaned back, and for a few brief moments, I was in heaven. Then I opened my eyes. There were black slugs swimming in my bath. Hundreds of them. It was horrifying. I screamed like a banshee and dove out of the tub, falling to the floor. In my panic I knocked the wine glass off the tub ledge, shattering it. Now I'm naked on the floor, wet and covered in broken glass. The tub jets are still on, and now spraying the entire room with water. After managing to grip the counter and haul my ass up off the floor, I see that I have little cuts all over my legs, hands, and abdomen. Now the dogs are roused, and they are barking and jumping at the door. I tried to get a hold of myself enough to open the door, but as I do so, the largest dog pushes through, knocking me back onto the broken glass. So at this point I now have to do what I can to keep the dogs from getting hurt. After a moment or two of total panic, I get the dogs out again. When I look into the tub, I realize there are no slugs, but apparently my ex hasn't cleaned the tub jets in a long time, because it is absolutely full of big pieces of the disgusting shit that builds up in tub jets. Big black pieces of that horrid mix of dead skin, oils, bacteria, and other delightful residues. I honestly think slugs might be less gross. So instead of relaxing, I spent the night cleaning and picking glass out of my wounds. Oh, and the dogs are fine, BTW. Too long didn't read. I took a bath in a whirlpool that wasn't as clean as it looked. I saw 1,000 gross black slugs things floating around, panicked, dove out of the tub and ended up covered in broken glass and cuts. It's so disgusting I want to take a shower. I wanted to rip my skin off. I still feel a little queasy thinking about it. I felt my soul leave my body reading this. I'm terribly sorry this happened to you. Thanks, lol. I'm glad I didn't seriously hurt myself. Just some cuts and a total destruction of my dignity. When self-care becomes self-scare. Slugs would have been better. I agree. Apparently didn't know you have to run cleaning solution through the tub regularly. Today I fucked up by posting my husband's dick on Snapchat. Obligatory. This didn't happen today but a few weeks ago. Also I'm on mobile blah blah. I'm not very good at using Snapchat for its intended purpose, but I like to post dumb videos of my two dogs being cute or goofy. I especially like to use the filter that makes glitter or stars sparkle across the screen. So a few weeks ago the hubby and I are just chilling in the bed, petting our Pomeranian. He had just gotten out of the shower and it's a hot day, so he's just chilling, legs spread, with his Jurassic pork out. Pancake, our Pom, starts rooting into the blanket and being adorable, so I whip out my phone and start to record on Snapchat. I get a few seconds and do a quick zoom into her face because it's hilarious. Then I post it to my story, send a copy to my husband and close the app. About an hour later he picks up his phone and starts to scroll. I'm not really paying attention to him and it's really quiet. All of a sudden he just screams, "You posted my dick on Snapchat." I just giggle and say haha, real funny. Then I thought about it for a second and realized what happened. I started laughing so hard I was crying and I couldn't breathe. I opened my phone to look and sure enough in the corner of the video you can see my husband's meat thermometer just hanging out in the corner. Glitter filter and all. This brought on another bout of crying laughter and he decided to take my phone away. Deleted the video, then he records himself explaining what happened and that he hopes everyone that viewed my story enjoyed the show. He then shames me and points the camera to me and I'm hiding my face and still laughing. I feel like I should mention that we both found this hilarious and no one is angry. It's definitely an interesting story to tell everyone who missed out. Too long didn't read. Posted a video to my Snapchat story of my dog being a goof while my husband laid in bed naked and got his womb broom on camera. Edited to add dog tax. Dog tax. Lol. I like how after the title it's flared as short. Damn. I noticed that too. Reddit is savage. Okay, you paid the dog tax, where's the sausage tax? Come on lady, don't hold out on us. Tax. Used to live with 3 women, including my GF, and one of my best friends at the time. One night GF is working late, so I decided to just pack it in and go to bed early. My friend busts down my door and demands I get up and go grab a few beers with her. I eventually cave and say fuck it. So she's checking her makeup on the floor in front of my large closet door/mirror. I don't think anything of it and swing my legs out of the bed and pull on my pants. We head out and grab a beer and all is well for a while. Then my phone rings and it's my GF. Answer and she's tell her to delete that picture now. I'm confused, but she just insists to hand the phone over to the roommate, so I do. Turns out that while I was pulling on my pants, roomie snapped a picture of her face in the mirror all made up without realizing my junk was in the background. All in all, no harm came of it. GF was laughing as soon as it was deleted and now we all hate each other, so it doesn't matter anyway. I thought it was going to be a wholesome ending, but this is fine too. Good thing she did overreact about it, haha. That dog tax was a risky click. Today I fucked up by accidentally giving a private concert to a whole restaurant. This happened to me a week ago, but I was just too embarrassed that every time I thought about it, I would get sick in my stomach. So for starters, I'm not a good singer at all. I'm the kind of person that gets last place at karaoke games every single time. Do love singing though, especially when I think I'm alone. Currently I am staying in Croatia and there's a small town nearby with a tiny church. Me and my girlfriend went inside and there were amazing acoustics inside. The type where you can sing great operas or horror movie soundtracks. I decided to firstly sing the Halo theme song and it sounded great. We went outside and decided to grab a drink before leaving the town. But on our way out we walked past the church again. Begged me GF to go inside again so I could sing a song from The Hobbit, Misty Mountains, and decided to record it. My girlfriend was embarrassed and decided to stay outside whilst I sang at almost the loudest I could, and I think it sounded amazing. I haven't listened to the recording because I'm too scared to. After I finished the song I went outside of the door and at that moment I noticed that the church was across the street from a restaurant. A restaurant filled with probably 50-60 tourists just staring at me. All of them. My girlfriend was standing around the corner with the biggest grin ever, saying that a lot of people were recording and laughing at it. Me, being a person with incredible anxiety issues, yay for therapy, decided that the best option was to just run away, not looking back a single time. It was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life and it gives me shivers every time I think back. Too long didn't read, found a church with amazing acoustics where I decided to sing a song from The Hobbit, but accidentally sang for a lot of people that were across the street. Here's the video of me singing. Not a fuck up. When you were singing, and hearing the acoustics, how did you feel? Focus on that. Sounds like you killed it to me. I'm also a little afraid to listen to the recording, but it really sounds like you killed. Go do it again. And then one more time for good measure. Voice teacher here. I agree. Yes, you might have missed some notes, but your voice has a super deep, warm and velvety timbre that I'm sure people were happy to hear. Your voice is a gift. If you love singing, make sure to share it with people, like you're doing right now. Looking forward to next big concert, smile. Having listened the recording, I've got to say you're a lot better than you made it seem. You're no professional, but you're never far from the tune, even if you're not always exactly on key. You sound better than a lot of people I've heard who claim to be able to sing. More importantly, as others pointed out, you felt good doing it, and that's what matters. I know it's sometimes hard to reconcile this with how you might feel, but even if you were as bad you seemed to think, you're probably never gonna see any of those people again except your girlfriend, and this will probably just be a funny story you two have of your time in Croatia. If you embrace this, you'll have a funny memory that'll bring you far more joy than the suffering of the embarrassment. Also, I can't speak for all of those people, but hearing people sing for happiness always makes me happy. So you've probably made a few of those tourists stay and definitely brought a smile to mine just from hearing it. If nothing else, take some joy from that. That's honestly not a fuck up. If I were there I'd probably be like, god dang, that's the bravest person I ever saw. I sure as heck wouldn't sing in public like that and would have been inspired all day.